Hi guys, I'm Gian Arginel. Welcome to my channel, and for today's video guys, dahil magpapasko and mag-New Year na, so naisip ko na it's about time na i-organize ko na itong nasa likuran ko. And ito guys yung aking mga DIY craft supplies. For all of you to know guys, ito kasing aking craft room is actually nasa aming living room. And kung iniisip nyo na makalat at magulo dito sa aming living room dahil nandito nga nakahalo yung aking mga craft supplies, well, tama kayo dyan guys. But I have no choice to put it elsewhere guys dahil this is the largest part of our house and this is the place when I can have all the brightest light. So dito talaga yung perfect location para i-vlog ko itong mga DIY projects ko. Kaya lang, grabe guys, every time na I do a new project, I always end up getting very messy. And hindi po pwedeng hindi talaga maghanap o maghalukay o maghalungkat ng mga gamit ko dahil walang organization yung mga supplies ko. So, ako rin yung klase ng tao na pag may tinago, 1 to 2 days na kakalimutan ko na agad kung saan ko nilagay. Especially kung di ko naman siya masyadong ginagamit on a daily basis. So for 2 months that I've been doing all of my DIY videos, I always end up creating more and more mess guys. And ang dami ko na ring nasasayang na oras sa paghahanap lang ng mga nawawalang supplies ko. And I also become unmotivated to be creative dahil nga bago ako gumawa, kailangan muna maglinis ako. So I need to make a system that will work for me. And kailangan nga once and for all, maayos ko na to. And also I would like to consider guys na dahil nga nasa living room ang aking craft room, I need to at least keep this makeover somehow low-key and not so overwhelming. So I decided to do this makeover by stages. So for this video guys, we're going to be focusing first on how I create my DIY storage organization ideas. And for sure, magugustuhan nyo to guys. And syempre, dapat budget-friendly and madali rin tong gawin. So I hope you follow along with me and I'm so excited to share to you all of my ideas. And sana ma-inspire din kayong i-organize yung mga craft room nyo or yung mga home offices nyo or generally your spaces guys. But before we start guys, please subscribe to my channel for more DIY home decors and also follow me on my Instagram account at Gian Arginel. So without further ado guys, let's just jump into our DIYs. So for our first project guys, I was browsing on Pinterest and I saw this picture of a chalkboard storage box for kids toys guys. And what I really love about this guys is the concept that you can really write down what's inside the box and pwede mo rin siyang burahin if ever na iibahin mo na yung laman nito, so that you will know every time which ones to grab. And I think this is perfect for me because I'm always being forgetful of all the things that I keep. And I think I can recreate this project by only using some cardboard boxes that I have on my stash and some couple of coats of paint. So I think we should start and let's see how I do this. So to start this project, I customized a template of a box that I will going to use to trace onto my cardboard box. Ito guys yung dimension ng template just in case you're curious. So now that I have traced it onto my cardboard, I just went ahead and cut it with a pair of scissors. Now that all of my cardboard pieces are cut, I'm going to close the 4 sides of our box. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to fold it just like so guys, and I'm going to secure it with a combination of glue and hot glue. Now that our glue is dry, I took now the bottom piece of our cardboard and I'm going to attach it to the rest of our box. Now this is what our box looking like so far, but to make it more smoother, I decided to cover my box with paper mache. So I just went ahead and paper mache all of my box, and actually guys, ang ginamit kong glue dito is yung aking DIY paper mache glue. I also used this on my Halloween jack-o'-lantern project on my last video, and I'll put a link down below if you wanna check that out. So I just went ahead guys and clad all of the edges of my box to really make this looks like a more solid piece. Another option guys, if you don't want to create a mess on making paper mache, a good quality masking tape can also do the work. So now that we have already created our first box, I just need to create 11 pieces more guys. And I will not show you all the process guys because it's going to be very repetitive. So by the power that's given to me by my editing software, you will see it in 3, 2, 1, go. So now we have all of our 12 boxes fully dried and ready to be painted. So the paint that I'm going to use for this project, guys, is this interior paint by Davis. This is Sun and Rain odorless elastomeric waterproofing paint in color matte black. And I choose this color to create that chalkboard effect, guys. So I just painted the interior and exterior of my box to really make this look like a very solid piece. And to add a little bit more extra detail, guys, I'm going to add first this metal ring grommets. I think this is going to make our box looks more professionally done than supposed to just poking a hole onto our box. And this will going to give our handles more structure and strength. And I also going to need a wooden block just like shown. Using that middle piece of my grommet, I'm going to use it to create a perfect punch hole onto our box using a hammer just like shown, guys. After that, guys, I just removed the poke cardboard inside of our grommet, and using that same grommet, I just went ahead and attached it onto the front side of our box. And from the inside, guys, I'm going to lock it using the female attachment of our grommet. So I just continue my process, guys, until I attach all of my grommet rings onto our 12 boxes. After that, guys, the next step is we're going to need a macrame rope, and I'm going to cut it for about 16 inches. We need 24 of these pieces. Now that we have cut all of our macrame rope, I just went ahead and simply attach it to our box with a simple knot. So ngayon na na-organize ko na yung ating box, I just need to put some labels using my chalk, and we are done with this DIY chalkboard storage box. So for our second project, guys, I really wanted to create a sort of a masonry jar display organization. And I think this idea is perfect to create here in my craft room kasi ang dami kong mga maliliit na supplies na mahirap hanapin. And dahil nga they're very small, ang bilis nila talagang ma-misplace. So without further ado, guys, I think we should go ahead and let's do this project. So for our next project, guys, I'm going to use itong mga bote ng cheese whiz that I've been keeping for quite a long time. Hindi talaga ako nagtatapon ng mga ganito, guys, because I know na magagamit ko to in the future pag nag-organize na ako ng mga maliit na accessories sa aking mga craft supplies. So to start this project, guys, the first step is I'm going to remove all of the labels here into our jar. Actually, removing all of these labels is not so difficult than you think. So, simple lang naman yung ginawa ko, guys. Binabad ko yung ating bote ng cheese whiz dito sa maligamgam na tubig na may sabon and soak it for about 3 hours or so. So, I just set it aside, and habang hinihintay natin, it's time first to address the jar lids. So I took a piece of sandpaper and I'm going to sand all of the surfaces of our jar lids so that our paint will going to adhere much better. And I just go ahead guys and paint all of my jar lids with the same black paint color that I use onto our box. And then after that, I just set it aside to fully dry. So now let's go back to our jars. So as you can see guys, after 3 hours of waiting, the water already penetrated onto the labels. So what I did is I just used this handle of my metal spoon as a scraper to remove the majority of the labels. And then after that, to remove it completely as a second pass, I just used this Scotch-Brite and scrub it onto our jar until I totally remove all of our labels. I also rinse my jar and dry it very well. So now that they are ready, next step guys is kailangan natin gumawa ng labels dito sa ating mga jars. So I just simply go to Microsoft Office Word guys and type all of the items that I'm going to store here onto my jar. And for this project guys, I really wanted to mimic the black labeler effect that I always seen on Pinterest. But unfortunately guys, I don't have that tool. So what I did guys, first step is I'm going to highlight all of our text just like shown. And then I choose this font called Grommets, which is my favorite font. And I also set the font size in 16. On the paragraph section guys, I click the down arrow beside the fill icon. And once you click that guys, you will see a palette of colors and you're going to click the black one. And as you can see guys, we have now our black background onto our font. So I just go ahead guys and use this printer sticker. And yun na nga guys, I just printed and this is what it looks like. So gumamit lang ako ng ruler guys para pantay yung ating pagkakagupit. And I just went ahead and stick it onto our jar just like shown. So tansya-tansyahin nyo lang guys para medyo pantay-pantay naman yung ating labels. And after that, we are done with our DIY Masonry Jar Storage Organizer. So those are my DIY organization ideas for you guys. I hope you enjoy watching all of this project and you get inspired to create this for your space. Grabe, gustong-gusto ko personally yung mga boxes na ginawa natin kasi ang ganda talaga nilang tignan. And at the same time, ang dami kong pwedeng ilagay sa kanila. Kaya naman lalo akong na-excite i-makeover itong craft room ko dahil ang laki ng naging progress natin by just doing that 2 simple DIYs. But before I say goodbye guys, I would like to invite everyone to subscribe to my channel and hit that bell icon so you'll be notified every time I have a new uploaded video. And also follow me on my Instagram account na Gian Arginel. And I think that's all guys. Thank you so much for watching. See you next time. Bye guys.